Hi guys, it's a Teenage Train Fan here. I'm back with another modelling video. So guys, yes, as the video title suggests, we will be working on the static grass today. It was my birthday less than a month ago, in which time I got some money together and bought a static grass applicator. So today I shall be demonstrating how to use it and how it will be applied to my model railway. So all the products you will see in this video, unless otherwise stated, are from Warworld Scenics. So this includes the static grass here, which come in plenty of different shades and sizes. Also the layering and tuft glue. These can be interchanged to create either small tufts of static grass or just use as a base layer for the static grass to go on for like a field or something. So then we also have this layering spray, so you can layer up different lengths of static grass and things like that. And then of course we have the static grass applicator itself. So where's all this static grass going, I hear you ask? Well, if you remember back in the first lockdown back in June, I was creating some new baseboards. This was dubbed the Berlin Wharfdale project, and this has kind of evolved into the Burley Town project to give me more interesting running opportunities with a large goods yard and an engine shed area as well, and a junction. So since the first lockdown I have moved the frames up into the loft, put on the actual baseboards themselves, pinned down the track, ballasted parts of the track, and created a few bits of scenery as well, including parts of the station and also an embankment. Now more of the scenic area shall be covered today in this static grass video, so let's get to it. So here we are back in the loft. Now you original viewers will remember my video running session at Axfield Junction. Now this is the same area, Axfield Junction. However, now the other line of the junction has created this. Now this is the extension. As I have said, part of the station I have already constructed, as well as an engine shed which will go where that little bag of ballast and the Yoo-hoo glue is at the moment, and a few sidings over here. Apologies for the all the mess, by the way. So this is some of the other scenery that I've already constructed, and this is kind of half an embankment on one side and then more of a kind of cutting on the other side. Now this then goes over a bridge, and then the scenery will slowly rise back up the other side, and the track will go into a tunnel and then off into the fiddle yard. So what we're going to be doing today is creating the static grass for the area that goes underneath the track. As you can see, this area is very inaccessible, so to actually create the static grass that goes underneath, I shall have to construct it in a different place. So here we have the area that the static grass is going to go on top of, which will then fit underneath the track bed. So this already has a support underneath it, but the second support, the support that's already half under the track bed, as you can see, which is the furthest one away, will also help to support this area. However, not a lot of weight will be put onto it, so I'm not worried about this bit being damaged at all. So now for the actual static grass part of the video. So first of all, I should put on that basing glue onto this piece of cardboard. Then I shall apply the first layer, which is the basing layer of static grass. Then using that base layering spray, I shall layer up the grass to give it more of a 3D look. And then once that's all done, I will leave it to dry overnight, get rid of the excess that hasn't stuck, and then put it underneath, and hopefully it will look quite good. So let's get started. So here we go. First of all, I get the glue and I just put a sensible amount on, not too much but not too little either. Then with a paintbrush, I'm using a paintbrush, or a glue spreader would work as well. You literally just spread the glue on the piece of cardboard. Now this can be applied to most different types of surfaces. I've done it straight onto plaster bandage, also just straight onto regular baseboards that I'm using. I imagine straight onto wood would work as well. Yeah, however you want to do your dioramas or layouts, it should be able to work. So next up is the static grass, the base layer. So with the grass applicator, I don't know whether you can see that or not, we simply pour the grass into the funnel. I don't know how well you can see that, but yeah, you just pour the grass into the funnel, screw on the lid, bear with me for this bit, turn it on, and then you start shaking. And as you can see already, it's starting to look a lot greener. There we go, it's the first layer of static grass done. And I don't know whether it picks up on the camera, as you can see around the little fringes of the cardboard, it's already starting to stand up. As you can see, it's got yeah, the fibres are standing on end. So next up, I'll be using again some 2mm basing grass. This time the first one was 2mm spring grass. This one is 2mm summer grass, so not so much of this one. So that I can apply this and it will actually stick, I need to use the layering spray. So give the layering spray a bit of a shake, and just I'll hold it a bit, and you just spray it on like so. Spray a fair amount on, but not too much. There's you can tell that you put enough on once the current static grass starts to turn white. So turning on the static grass applicator on again, we just start to build up the layers. And there we go. So the next bit, I shall be applying static grass labelled muddy 6mm and patchy 4mm. So I shall do this next bit on time lapse. Enjoy. So there we go, that is 4 layers of static grass, and it does look quite good, to be honest. You can see around the fringes where it sticks up. Obviously it sticks up like that over all of the cardboard, you just can't see it that well, but the fringes give you a good idea of what the rest of it looks like from how I'm seeing it. Anyway, I am going to let that dry for overnight, and then I'll see you in the morning, which will be literally a second to you. So see you then. Right, it's the next day. So the next job is to hoover up the excess grass that you can see, which is around the bottom here. Obviously the glue's dried, so any grass that's properly stuck should stay on. So with a handkerchief or another piece of dense material like it over the nozzle of a hoover, I am simply going to hoover up the little bits around the base. So I'm just going to remove the base, and then once I've hoovered them up, I will release the fibres into this plastic straw that you can see. So I'm just making sure there's no other stuff that could get caught. It's purely static grass, like all sorts of debris around here, a bit of wire. Right, so turn the hoover on. There was a bit of glue that got stuck on the bottom, which is why some of this bits of grass is stubborn. But provided that you didn't get glue in places where there shouldn't have been, you should have no problem doing it. As you can see, most of this is very easy, just removing all of the main bits of static grass. Okay, so I'll have a better go doing the rest of this later. So I've turned the hoover off. As you can see, all this excess static grass is now in this box, and that can be reused on a later project. But now it's time to put the grass bank in the position that it will go on my layout. Okay, so next up we are just applying some Yoo-hoo or other glue, other card glue onto the support, and also on the other support that's already attached to the bank. And then, now that I've done that, I'm going to from the back side of the board, well, the back side of the track bed, I'm just going to slowly move that into place somewhere about there, and then just make sure it's on, sat down properly. There we go. So that is in, I think, quite, I don't know whether that's quite straight or not. I can reposition it later. But there we go. I have now got static grass underneath the track bed, and that will happily sit there, well, until I deassemble the boards, I guess. Right guys, so that's the end of today's video. As you probably saw, there was quite a lot of other scenery down that end to be done, and I should be trying to complete that over the rest of the half-term holiday, and so I should be trying to put as much of that on YouTube if you guys are interested. So tune in for those, but for now it's goodbye, so I'll see you in the next video.